It is full-on damage control at the White House, clamping down on security, threatening criminal prosecution, all because of those leaked diplomatic cables that expose what world leaders really think about each other. Ed Laskos is here with the reaction and the highlights. Ed.
And Susan, we are talking hundreds of thousands of classified papers, and we're talking some big-time leaks too, like the Saudis. The Saudis fueling and paying for Al-Qaeda. The Pakistani uranium actually being made into an illicit bomb. Leaks of an unprecedented scale. No wonder our government all fired up tonight. Listen here.
Is not saber-rattling. This is active, ongoing investigation.
The United States deeply regrets the disclosure of any information that was intended to be confidential.
For your eyes only, no more. The biggest document dump yet. Have you seen some of these? Well, confidential cables. Saudi King Abdullah pushing us to cut off the head of the snake, as he says, and attack Iran's nuclear program. An attack backed by several Arab leaders. Yemen covering up missile strikes. Its president telling General Petraeus, quote, "We'll continue saying the bombs are ours, not yours." Iran buying missiles from North Korea capable of hitting Western Europe. Even talk of a reunified Korea, citing the North's economic and political troubles. The Italian Prime Minister, quote, appears increasing to be the mouthpiece of Putin. That's the Russian Prime Minister they're talking about. And then Libyan leader Gaddafi, described as erratic, always in the company of a Ukrainian nurse. She's described as a voluptuous blonde. And we are not talking any James Bond type stuff here, no martini shaken, not stirred. We're talking a young Army PFC, low class, private first class. He's armed with a CD he made of Lady Gaga songs. He puts that into the government computer. He erases what's on the CD and then starts his download. He also has one of these, a computer flash drive. Incredibly, just puts it in the computer as well. The download is on. The secrets are out. Now, what do you think about this hack in our security? Our secrets out for the world to see on the net. Text us your information, your questions. Text the word voice, then your thoughts, your questions. Send it all to 71938, Don't forget your name and city, and I will read some of your texts live on the air. We'll lock and load in just a bit. First, though, Susan and a couple of guests here to tell us more about this uproar over the WikiLeaks leaks. Susan.
Thank you very much, Ed. So how much damage was done by the WikiLeaks? Joining us now is Ilan Süleymanov, the Consul General of Azerbaijan. He's part of our large diplomat community here in Los Angeles. Also with us, Professor Jonathan Aronson from the USC School of International Relations. And Dr. Aronson, how much should the average American care or worry about these leaks?
It'll be a story for 3 or 4 days. It will then pass. The biggest worry is, frankly, that the U.S. Diplomats will be less frank in the future. And that's something you really want them to be.
Frank, exactly. Mr. Süleymanov, I have a feeling you might disagree with his point of view.
I'm afraid that the damage will be a little bit longer than only a couple of weeks and even a couple of days. I think there was a serious crisis of trust between American diplomats and their interlocutors in different countries. And I think that is long-term damaging for the U.S. national interests and American allies.
What was in the WikiLeaks, the leaked cables, that may affect your negotiations with Russia and other countries around Azerbaijan?
We don't know exactly what else is coming out, but so far there's nothing dramatically damaging. The issue is, of course, the very fact that something which was said in confidence will be used for other purposes and not in confidence, and is now open in public, is damaging to the whole idea of confidential and sincere conversation.
But do you not have a summit that's coming up where you were particularly concerned about what you'll have to deal with when the Russians come to the table, when the Turks come to the table?
Exactly. What we have now is an upcoming summit of the Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe in Astana, Kazakhstan, where the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan is supposed to be discussed. And we're expecting progress in negotiations. Unfortunately, because of these leaks, what we may have is an unpleasant distraction, both between us and our friends, but also between Armenia and others versus Americans because of their deliveries of weapons to Iran, but also, for instance, among the other nations themselves, Russians and Americans and Turks and others.
Dr. Aronson, what, if anything, should the U.S. do right now?
Right now, we are doing what we need to do. We are saying we are shocked. We are very, very shocked. And then we will get on with it. We are assuring our allies that this is unfortunate, but in an interconnected world, it's something that's going to happen occasionally. And we're wondering what it is our adversaries, particularly Iran and North Korea, are thinking about on this, because
and
they're probably the ones
good
who are
things
most
might come out
disturbed.
of it. No, it seems
I'm sorry?
like some good things might come out of these leaks.
I think that some very good things could come from this, but it's not the way you would want to do it.
I see. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.